the hardest-hitting, fastest sport on 2 feet. Tonight, the undefeated first-place Buffalo Bandits hope to wail on the Boston Blazers.
The Blazers have burned the Bandits 3 of the last 4 meetings, and when these teams meet, tempers flare, emotions are hot. John Tavares hopes the Bandits can fizzle the Blazers.
When we go out there against Boston, we always know, regardless of the score situation, we always know they're never going to give up, and they're going to give 110%, and they always have in the past, and that's why they're successful against us.
Last season, nobody was hotter than Ted Dowling. As a member of the Blazers, he was the enemy. But now, wearing the Bandits colors, he returns to play against his old team with a burning desire to cinch his former mates.
There's no animosity, but I don't know, in any circumstance, when you go back, you want to play your best, and you want to, kind of almost in a way show them up.
The Bandits are also sparked by Jim the Dirt Devil Veltman and Smokin' Troy Cordingley. But they know that Boston likes to get physical, especially their firecracker goalie.
I'm just looking forward to scoring a lot of goals on Marty O'Neill.
Will the offensive inferno of the Bandits remain undefeated and scorch the Blazers? Welcome to the Fleet Center in Boston. This is a big matchup between the hometown Boston Blazers and the undefeated Buffalo Bandits. ESPN2's exclusive coverage of major indoor lacrosse. Let's take a look at 2 of the superstars of the league that'll be going head-to-head. John Tavares, the Bills' leading scorer. He's got 30 goals already. Could break all the offensive records in this league. Charlie Blanchard, 2-time game MVP for the Blazers. He can create out in front and make a difference for the offense of the Blazers. Goalies are always important, but if Boston's going to win, Marty O'Neill has to have his best game tonight. And Pat O'Toole has been very consistent every game. The difference in this team may be Pat O'Toole. Last year they were 2-4. This year 6-0 after 6 games. There's O'Toole, an acquisition of free agent after last year with New York. And Marty O'Neill, the spirited leader of the Boston Blazers. He comes down from Canada with that style of his. He is the kind of guy that you love to have on your team. And as you heard Dowling talk about, when he's on the other team, you love to stick the ball in the net behind him. The Blazers will be wearing the green, orange, and white, and the Bandits orange and black. 3-7 lifetime the Blazers are against the Bandits, but they've won 3 of the last 4. They really give Buffalo a tough time because they are a good shape, physical team, can run the full floor.
Let's go, guys.
All set for the faceoff. Rodney Tapp, number 36 in the green and white for the Blazers. Tom Fair, new acquisition, number 4 for Buffalo. And we would expect that Boston will get most of the faceoffs. They are second in the league. They get about 57%. Amelie Felsmo, along with Christy Lee and Quint Kesenick, we're bringing this exclusive ESPN2 coverage of major indoor league lacrosse. Inside close, the first shot against O'Toole by Randy Frazier. Working from behind, he gets a save. Veltman, the Dirt Devil, picks it up. Here comes Buffalo. They love transition. This is Johnny Tavares, 30 goals so far, being played by Tapp. This is a matchup you see all night. Look at 38 on number 11. A pick and roll, inside, tight, behind the back. Beautiful shot, but that one was wide. So right away, Tavares was a feeder. Boston comes up with the loose ball. Here comes Robinson. I think the team from Boston gives Buffalo a tough time every time out because they're so physical and can run the floor so well. Fridge couldn't handle it. Here comes Buffalo. They want to get the fast breaks. They are tremendous in transition. Here's Tavares. Matched up now with Robinson. I've talked about that defensive matchup. Rodney Tapp will try to play Tavares most every time out on the floor if he can do it. This is Kilgore. Travis Kilgore inside close, and a big save by O'Neill. He's got 2 and now 3 saves. Push against Boston, the ball will stay here. But how about O'Neill? 3 shots in his face, that's fair. He's new to the team this year. One of the differences, watch how close they're getting inside, but O'Neill making the big saves. 1, 2 saves on this transition. He's made 3 saves already in this game, and O'Neill looks to be on top of his game. He's going to have to be. Last time these 2 teams played, there was a million penalties, and O'Neill had a bunch of them. He was out of the game the final 22 minutes. Team save percentage went down to 63 from 73. That's about 5 goals. Boston now initiating from behind. Blanchard, who likes to shoot out time, and he gets it in the face of O'Toole. They've had 2 shots very close to O'Toole, and they've initiated both offensive sets from behind. Hazen now gets it up. Doddridge way outside, and that one wasn't close. They couldn't pick it up, and here comes Cordingley. Shot clock still counting down, out of 14. Talmo matched up against Cordingley, the second leading scorer on the Buffalo team. Pick and roll, shot clock down to 6. Brushed it away, still shot clock counting down. Talmo now gets it. No score yet, we're in the first quarter, about 12:37 left. 17-11 was the last game. Earlier this year, these two teams met, but I'll tell you, that game was so marred by penalties. There was about 100 minutes of penalties in that game. Time Ryan, the left-hander. Double team, looking for help. Schmitz. Jed Cronin. Way outside, shot clock down to 2. They'll lose possession unless Ryan hurries. Shot clock violation, and Ryan comes off. Fresh legs come on. Here comes Tavares. Cordingley was up in front, and he was knocked down. Defense on in front of him is Stevens. Tavares in close. Buffalo gets the ball into the cylinder right in front of the goalie, better than anybody in the league. Fans break forward, and Blanchard can't get it to go. Great check over the head. It was Rich Kilgore who checked over the head of Blanchard to take away the shot. Blanchard was coming out of the box much like Buffalo does. They do it so well, and that's why I think Boston matches up so well with the team from Buffalo, because they both manage the doors of their box so well. They get guys in and out so fast. Boston has gone to school on teams like Buffalo to learn that trick. Shot clock, 6. Down to 3. That was called a shot clock violation. Travis Kilgore, one of 3 Kilgore brothers. Darius is not here tonight, but Travis is there, the youngest one. Blazers lead the middle with 87 goals allowed. This is the best defense. Dazzling defense is right, and it's the best offense. So you see the best offense for Buffalo in the orange against the best defense in this league, represented by the Boston Blazers. This team really knows their roles. They know a good team concept, led by Ron Frazier, the coach. No shot at all in that set. Still no score. Here comes Buffalo. Ted Dowling, the ex-Blazer. Knocked down by Carmine. It's loose.
Dead ball timeout. Dead ball timeout.
We've got a dead ball timeout. Still no score. We're about 5 minutes into this game. Stick with us. We've got the undefeated Buffalo team going against the hometown Blazers. Tonight's major indoor lacrosse league game of the week on ESPN2 is brought to you by Bud Light, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games. Make it a Bud Light. By Brine Lacrosse Equipment, the first name in lacrosse equipment and apparel. Hi everyone, Lee Felsmo back at the Fleet Center in Boston. This game figures to be a defensive game, especially if Boston's going to be successful, but there's a lot of offense, led by Ted Dowling on the Buffalo side. Let's take a look at his numbers. 13 goals, 13 assists after 6 games. Great balance, obviously. Last time they played Boston, his old team, 3 goals, 1 assist. Watch for him coming out of the box very strong. The coach's son, Randy Frazier, he's gotten better every game, every year. 13 goals, 5 assists for him. One of the movers and shakers on that great team from Boston. And Christy Lee has the Boston bench tonight.
Dave Donovan, a real scrapper. Dave, you single-handedly brought your team back in the game with New York last week. What's it going to take to beat the Bandits here tonight?
Thanks. I got to go now, but we're going to hard work. That's what it's all going to be.
All right, Dave Donovan is big on loose balls. He leads the team in loose balls, and he sets up Charlie Blanchard real well. Charlie was the MVP last week. He had a really good game. So look for a lot for Dave Donovan. Also, a quick note from our bench. Bruce Chanichuk will not be here tonight, but we do have Corey Holbrow taking his spot. So we're all sat down here. Let's go back to the action. Leaf?
All right, Christy Lee, no score yet. Boston now will inbound this ball. They have initiated their offense from behind the goal, trying to get O'Toole a little bit crossed up. O'Toole has been so consistent for Buffalo, the team that was 2-4 last year, 6-0 now, the team to beat Major Indoor Lacrosse League. 4 teams from the 8-team league will make the playoffs. Frazier in front, he's got rope. Well, that was textbook offense, just like Buffalo does it. They go to school so well. Carmine's the best feeder on the team. Frazier, pick and roll, inside, left alone, and then he just is in the face of O'Toole. He finds the rope right directly in front. Great job by Randy Frazier. And we talked about it being one of the movers and shakers and really a key to the success of the Boston team. Tremendous job for Randy to get in front of goalie O'Toole. The last time these two teams played, I mentioned it was 17-11, but there was a lot of penalties late in the game, and the great goalie O'Neill sat out the last, it was 22 minutes. But at the halftime, Boston was leading 6-5. We'll have to see how this one goes. Best offense against the best defense, so obviously Buffalo wants to get the wheels going. They want to run. Here's Tavares. He's best off the ball, Tavares is. He's such a sly player. He knows where he should be. In close, watch him shoot. Great check. Good check by Boston, who just stuck right with it. It was Cronin. Now it's Stevens. They can't puncture the 5-hole on O'Toole. Blanchard can't pick it up. Linnell can't do it. Finally, Stevens does. You've got a shot clock reset at 30. Boston now. Ground balls will be critical. And this team usually out-ground balls everybody in the league, the team from Boston. They are not spectacular. They don't have a big John Tavares scoring 30 goals. Fridge is their leading scorer, and he's around the 19-goal area. They have a handful of guys scoring 13. Inside again. Frazier, no goal. They said he was on the crease, but the same move last time that beat O'Toole this time, but he stepped on the crease, and that takes away the goal. It's still 1-0. Boston Bandits, or Boston Blazers, that is. The Blazers leading 1-0, the goal taken away. 8:40 left, first quarter.
No goal, crease violation.
Here comes Stevens and the Blazers. Schmitz sets up. Ryan down low. He has really accelerated his effective offense, learning every year he's played. Cronin doesn't pick it up. Watch out. Here comes Cordingley. Shot clock down to 3, 2, 1. And that one almost finds the old 5-hole. Quinn Kesnick has a story about the Buffalo team playing a little shorthanded.
The big story down here, Leaf, Brian Hall, captain, 5 goals, 10 assists, missed the flight. So they're playing with 14 players instead of 15. They're going to miss him, especially on the penalty killing unit.
In close against O'Neill again. The defense of Rodney Tapp driving Buffalo off.
Reset on the dot.
Roy Condon is mic'd. White helmet on the ref board. You'll hear him throughout the game. This is moments ago. Watching in close. Frazier steps in the crease. Then he scores. They wave that goal off. That comes off the board because he was standing in the crease area that protects the goalie. That'll be a penalty now against Donnellan. And a goal on the delayed penalty ties the game at 1. Great job for the Bandits as Neil Doddridge came in. The delayed call. Doddridge gets the first goal for the Bandits. Game tied at 1 with 7:30 left. We're about halfway through the first quarter. Here comes the penalty. Now watch Doddridge sneak inside. Cordingley to Doddridge. All tied at 1.
ESPN Magazine. Looking for the perfect...
Just one goal additionally by Randy Frazier, taken off the boards before they just scored to even it up. Look at this, the kiss of death. We've got Quinn Kesnick down there on the bench with Christy Lee, and their teams have done this way. Christy Lee's won 7 out of 8, and the Q-man 1-6. Q, what's the story down there?
I have no idea, Leaf. I can't debate the numbers. I don't know, maybe I'm calling too many timeouts down here or drinking too much of the water.
Well, we still have on the undefeated bench tonight, Q. No excuse tonight.
I think it's the makeup he wears, Leaf, really.
And Christy Lee is calling all the right moves on the other bench. She's got Boston tonight. It'll be a close one if the defenses hold, and that's what Boston wants. Watch in close as Hayes cannot pick it up. Talmo can't get it. Both teams a little bit hearing footsteps, I should say, on those ground balls. They're not picking it up cleanly. And here comes Talmo. This team is in great shape, the Boston team. Donovan takes the shot. Goes to the right hand, which really hurts his angle in close, but Donovan was a tremendous player at Duke. All-American in the midfield. He's really one of the heart and soul players on this Boston team. He's got 71 ground balls. In close! Frazier! Rope! Well, they really found something with Frazier right on the crease. Watch how they initiate behind. Carmine will take it. Now he'll wheel back and get the goalie and the defense looking behind the goal. And Frazier's right on the crease. Nobody picks up Frazier. He redirects that one past O'Toole. He has put 3 in the net. They pulled 1 back off. Right now it's Randy Frazier 2 and Buffalo 1. Ron Frazier and company really picked up something offensively. Watch tap on the far side. Stevens, tap. Oh, the fake and the great defensive shot. Fidel came in and just rode him off the ball. And here comes Buffalo. They're down by 1.
Goal scored by number 18, Randy Frazier.
Donellan took the man.
Black push! White!
Buffalo gets called for the push. What a great play by Donellan. He goes off. And so far, it's been all Randy Frazier. Christy Lee's got him.
Randy, you've done a great job so far. 2 goals already. And that last one, Carmine really faked out the goalie, I think. Pat O'Toole was a little stunned. You were right there in his face.
Yeah, well, Tommy's a great assist man. I just had the head of my stick open. He put it there, and my job was easy. I just had to quick stick it in the goal.
We noticed you're parking on the crease a lot already tonight. Is that a new play?
No, not really. We're just trying to get in and out of the crease. These Buffalo guys play tough defense in the middle, and we want to have someone in the middle.
All right, Randy Frazier, as we saw in the face-to-face, or movers and shakers, he's doing some moving and shaking.
He's been the big impact player so far. His dad, very proud of him. Of course, he thought he'd have an impact year this year. This could be the turnkey game for him. Ball handling, as I mentioned, not so clean tonight for Buffalo. This is a team coming in 6-0 against a team from Boston who is in 3rd place. Looks like they're in great shape for a playoff berth. Not mathematically locked, but pretty much locked. And this Buffalo team really has trouble with Boston. No question about it. Boston winning 3 of the last 4. Robinson, far side. Redirect. Blanchard. O'Toole's been rattled, and look at the ball movement. It'll start on this side. First, it's a ground ball. That's what they do beautifully. Now they look far side. Blanchard's cutting. O'Toole cannot go from right to left in time, and Blanchard gets goal number 3. They lead by 2. In the first quarter, 3-1 lead by this team. And Fridge is a member of that Boston Blazer squad who wants to beat the undefeated Buffalo Bandits. Cronin sets up top. He's got a fresh shot clock. Schmitz gets it behind. Look how they're creating from behind. They're starting the offense from behind, getting the defense turned around, and a little bit unsettled. O'Toole has to look behind. Then he gets out of his way. Just a delayed call. It's a penalty against Fair. They'll get a free shot. And O'Toole makes the save.
He's got him.
Ryan will get the benefit of that foul against him. Watch the slash by Fair. Comes right into the head. Above the shoulder, into the neck. It was before that, actually. Oh, he had 2 more. He could have been called for 2 more after he made the initial slash. Ryan took a beating on that one. This guy has really elevated his game the last 2 years. His numbers are dramatically up. They're about 300% better than last year. This is the first power play, and you look at the numbers, you figure Boston might have 5 more chances at the end of this game than Buffalo because of the Buffalo propensity to have penalties. Frazier just outruns Hasten. Hasten doing a great job of riding Carmine. Frazier helps him. Hasten now, after running up halfway through the field, is a little tired. Carmine goes to the far side. They say yes, hits the pipe. Carmine gets goal number 4. Tommy Carmine has such great skills. Watch him come inside. He's really a tremendous feeder, which freezes the defense. Once he got inside his defender, he just found the corner, and it went straight down off the iron and hit the white line. And if it breaks the plane, it's a goal. 3-goal lead for Boston. This is a shocker for Buffalo. Buffalo has never been behind in the first quarter this year. At the end of the first quarter, they've only got 3 minutes to tie this one up if they're going to keep that record intact. Look how Boston controls the face-offs. They are one of the best, along with Philadelphia. They get 57% of their face-offs. And, of course, the possessions really start adding up. The additional possessions when you start dominating in the face-off department. Carmine's one of the leaders on that team. He just scored it. Christy Lee's got him.
His 12th goal of the season. Tom, a great one. It was a little questionable there. You knew it was good, though, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I actually didn't until people started whistling, so I thought that was good. A little surprise.
A nice assist early on with Randy Frazier. This is going to be a tough battle here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is excellent for us to get out to a start like this. I got to go my line, but I hope to keep it up.
All right, he's going out, as you can see, Leaf, and they want to keep up the momentum.
They're doing a great job of running down Buffalo. 4-goal lead, 2:30 left. This will be, again, the worst first quarter that Buffalo's had this year. We'll see how they react without their captain Hall, who missed the plane. Chenachuk is not here for Boston. Frazier in tight. Blanchard couldn't hold it. He tries to get it back because the shot clock was counting down. They'll lose it right here. Saccone just nails Frazier.
Shot clock!
Tavares is the guy they look to. Quint's got him on the sideline.
John, slow start tonight. What's it going to take to get you guys into gear?
We just got to get more loose balls out here and get some more offensive chances. We got 3 shots on goal. That's not enough to score some goals to win the game. So he's got to pick it up all around. Loose balls to start off with.
Thanks, John. Pretty simple, Leaf. Loose balls generate more shots, which will equal more goals.
Well, they have a shot in close there that O'Neill just brushes aside. And Quint, I wonder if you notice, like I do, that they're not handling the ball very cleanly. They're not picking up when there is a loose ball opportunity. They seem to be expecting a big hit. Neither team is really picking up the loose balls cleanly yet.
Yeah, that might be an after effect of the last game, as you mentioned. You know, a lot of penalties, over 100 minutes in that game, and maybe they come into this arena looking over their shoulder a bit.
Stevens now gets a new line inside. They've got the shot clock down to 14 as they've really eaten up a lot. 1:20 left in the first quarter. They lead by 3. Boston just taking charge, and a lot of their shots have been right in tight. Cronin takes one from outside this time, and they're going to lose possession if they don't hurry. Ryan lines it up, just gets a fresh shot clock. Not a bad play. Ryan just sighted it up, put it on the 18 square feet, got a fresh 30 seconds, but then the possession was lost. Tavares, we just talked to him a minute ago. Here he comes. He can do it all. 30 goals, folks, so far this year. Tavares, Francis against him. This is a great defensive line for Boston. Tap lines up against him. Now watch out in front. Beautiful shot by Fennell, and that makes it 4-2. Once they double teamed on Tavares, that left Fennell open, and it was the double team that killed him. O'Neill's been sensational so far. See if you see the double team. It was double teamed over there. Now he's open all up front because the slides didn't back up that double team, and the shot by Fennell was really unblocked by a defender. O'Neill gets beaten for the 2nd time tonight. Now a 2-goal lead as Tap faces off against Buffalo. It was fair. Tom Fair taking that face-off.
Assisted by number 24.
Oh, well, what do you want? You took away his shot. 24 hold.
Fennell from accordingly, Blazers lead 4-2.
All of a sudden, the wheels coming off the cart here a little bit.
24 hold, 2 minutes.
Tom Donald off the face-off, one that was won by Buffalo. Just moments ago, Ron Frazier was looking at a 3-goal lead.
Need a goal here. Need to get one.
He wants a goal, and he's man down.
One, yeah.
That's a pretty gutsy call. This team will be a man short, and he wants a goal. Most coaches would be satisfied with just killing the penalty. 36 seconds left in the first quarter as they push the defense in. Tavares. O'Neill with a huge shoulder block. Here comes Francis. He's got a man up front. Can he get it up to him? Francis, 20 seconds left. Francis in close, and O'Toole makes that save. He had Stevens in front of him. You see the clock for the first quarter time, the 2-goal lead for Boston. Now, obviously, Buffalo wants to get one hard shot on O'Neill. Francis had Stevens, didn't give it to him for that fast break. Tavares in close. Travis Kilgore couldn't pick it up. Still time. And blocked beautifully by Donovan right in front. That was Talbot who got a piece of it in front of O'Neill. Boston takes a 2-goal lead into the 2nd quarter against the undefeated Buffalo Bandits.
What about your son, Randy? Are you expecting him to take a more leadership type role in this team this year?
Quite frankly, I've asked him to do that, and I think that this is his 4th or 5th year. My announcement at practice, first practice, I suggested that we were probably a senior team, talking about teams in college. We've got a lot of guys that are right at the cusp of taking the leadership role, and we expect them to do that this year, and Randy's one of them. We do expect big things from him.
Well, Randy Frazier's had a sensational day. He's behind Carmine. There he is, a tremendous player in the fact that he does what he's got to do. The coach asks him, he will do the dirty work. He will do the goal scoring if he's got to. 2 goals tonight. You saw the graphic. Right now, the 4-2 lead for Buffalo as we start the second quarter. But Randy Frazier's got 13 goals. That's one of the leaders in the goal department. His problem is his shooting percentage is pretty weak. It's 15%. He's shot a ton of shots. You saw in this game, though, he's getting inside the defense for the high percentage shots that can really make an impact and possibly result in a team victory. Carmine working from the corner, trying to get it over to Ryan. And Frazier, folks, was tackled again. We just talked about him. Well, they're up to his tricks. Hazen just literally tackled him. First quarter stats show you that Boston is leading in almost everything. Shots, they've got the loose balls and the face-off, so they're getting the opportunities. They're getting in the face of a tool with high percentage shots. You know, a lot of teams can go ahead and get the opportunities, like Baltimore, for instance, and not have maybe as high percentage shots as Boston has learned to do because of the great skills of the Canadians. They've learned from the Canadians, like the Buffalo teams and the Rochesters. Frazier digging down the corner, shot clock down to 5. You better hurry. He doesn't know the shot clock is winding down. That one hit Donovan in the leg.
Shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation, gives it back to Buffalo. They've switched directions, as you can tell. Both goalies remain the same. O'Neill coming out to block the angle. Boston so tough in the corner. Rodney Tapp trying to dig it out. Oh, that one by Kilgore almost found the mark. Kilgore again. Calvo just wrapping them up. Tavares now defense by Stevens. This is the defensive line for Boston. All by himself. Tavares got the pick and roll, and he had an opening, but the check from behind took away some of the efficiency of the shot, but they maintain possession. Shot clock down to 13. You can't just shoot. You've got to hit that 4x4.5-foot goal. Kilgore in close. And it was Dowling with a beautiful slap shot. Boy, that looked like the hockey game the Bruins might have been playing here just an hour ago. O'Neill can't believe he was wide open. Watch how they spot him down low. Dowling just whiffs that one and doesn't waste any time because O'Neill is moving right to left. Dowling puts the 3rd goal of the game in for Buffalo. They're now to within 1 of Boston, who has never trailed in this game. Dowling, the ex-Blazer, playing for Buffalo and hoping to get one of those championship rings. Here comes Buffalo. And Frazier looking for help.
Take the draw. Tommy!
O'Neill has to maintain his composure. It was Luke. It was 24 against 24. Watch Luke against Donnellan, and he just nails that one off the faceoff. Very unusual. The Buffalo now has made some adjustments, and they're doing a great job. 3rd goal this season for Jason Luke, but he's one of the great-looking young players for Buffalo. Game's tied at 4. We've got 12:30 left in the first half. Dowling gets his patented goal from the left side. Watch him find, Kilgore finds him way down there. He just slap checks that baby and redirects it in past O'Neill. And he has had a tremendous career here. Last year, he was tremendously effective. 24 goals. This year, 13, 13, 26. Look at the balance this year. Last year, goal scorer. This year, he's doing more of what the team needs, which is assist and score. He's perfectly balanced coming into this game. 13 goals, 13 assists. But Dowling, the play you just saw was more of the trademark Dowling scoring. He likes to park himself down for that left-hand finishing shot. Boston possibly regrouped after that blitzkrieg of offense by Buffalo. They scored a lot of goals very quickly.
Push, reset,
Dowling's a big part of it. Hughes got him right now.
Teddy, slow start. You guys are down 4-2. Only 6 shots in the first quarter, and then all of a sudden you guys explode. Tell me about it.
We just have to. We started really, like you said, really slow. The game's still early though. It can go any team's way. Right now, we're just trying to do our best, take a lot of shots, get back into it.
You played here in Boston. What's it take to beat this team?
A lot of speed and conditioning. They're the best conditioned team in the league.
It's Buffalo team, Leaf, as you said, 19 goals per game. And yet in that first quarter, they only had 6 shots.
Looks like they have made some adjustments. They've got 4 goals. They've scored the last 3.
6. Reffing. 16. Reffing.
So Kilgore goes in the box for Buffalo. It'll be a power play for Boston, and they really have to take advantage of these. I talked about the propensity of the habits of this Buffalo team, getting themselves in the box on average more than anybody in the league. They average about 35 minutes in the penalty box a game. Boston only about 12. So they'll have their chances, Boston will. Can they capitalize on them? Fridge down on the left, on the right that is. This is Carmine, Blanchard, Carmine, rips it, but O'Toole with an easy pickup. Inside, fast break, Dowling, got rope. That is textbook Buffalo. O'Neal cannot believe it. They had this game 4-1 at one point, but it's 4 straight goals. This is what Buffalo loves to do. Fast break from O'Toole, and that was Dowling coming out of the box all by himself, beating the defense, and they scored. The Dowling dash, we saw it all last year, and that is the effectiveness of the speed and the bench management. They worked the gate so well. They were a man short, but got a fast break. And Dowling, the tremendous finisher from Canada, gives Buffalo their first lead of the game, 5-4. They've taken over the game. They were down, as I mentioned, 4-1, 3 goals down, and they have just lit it up since then. Brushes it away. They don't see it. Francis doesn't even know it's there. He was so occupied with Dowling. Francis had Dowling eyeball to eyeball. Didn't even know the ball was down there. Quinn Kesnick, what's going on that sideline? They are really fired up.
Yeah, they've really picked it up here, and one of the reasons they're doing a better substitution pattern-wise. That last goal was a great example of how you can pick up the 10 to 15 yards on a good substitution up the bench. Dowling originated that last year in Boston, and now he does it great here for Buffalo. These are the best 2 substitution teams in the league.
They really get it in and out of the box so well. Shot by Frazier, and he is nailed. Glove comes off. He was nailed by Hasten. The rotation put him up in front for the shot. Buffalo is really starting to take it to him physically. Dowling came out of the box, but he wasn't open to give it back to Fair on the far side. In close, here comes Tavares! Can't beat O'Neal. O'Neal looking for the fast break the other way. It's Carmine. Carmine with the defense is coming in. Carmine trying to get around him. He's got a trailer. Looking for a shot. They can't get it. Carmine, one more chance. Back door up front. Donovan can't beat O'Toole.
24. We understand those calls.
Les Bartley has a great year going for himself. He retools his team. As you look at Tommy Carmine. Carmine had the fast break, but the defense for the Blazers showed a lot of speed. They came flying on. It was Jason Luke, the young kid. He's a rookie. Number 24 came flying out of the defensive, out of the box to play defense on Carmine and ran him down. Roy Condon getting things squared away. It'll be a power play.
Top left.
Jason Luke gets time in the box, and he saved that play. So Jason Luke took away the shot by Carmine, and now it'll be another power play for Boston. Last time they had a power play moments ago, you remember, it was Buffalo who scored. Rotation now, back Blanchard, far side, finisher by Fridge. Fridge is parking himself a little too deep to get a good shot. He did this last week. Fridge stands about a foot behind the goal. He doesn't even have anything to shoot at. He's got to come up a little bit so he has a shot. Carmine, he's got a player in front. Talmo with a player on his back. It's Tavares behind Talmo. And beat O'Toole. O'Toole's really gotten tough here lately. A lot of shots right in front of him, but he's really put the lid on this thing. Blanchard can't beat O'Toole. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Bandits lead by 1. And O'Toole has really faced a lot of shots lately, but he has gotten tough, sealed it off. Carmine playing tough deal accordingly. Accordingly inside to Saccone. Here comes Dowling. Couldn't pick it up. Watch out.
2-on-1.
Here comes the Blazers. Bad shot in close. Dowling with an easy shot. They tried to get it to Saccone. He couldn't pick it up. Both of these teams hitting so hard that they're starting to have a tough time picking up the passes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the lucky seat.
It's going to be a penalty on Buffalo for substitution. When we come back, we'll square it away for you. A 1-goal lead for Buffalo with 8.5 minutes left in the first half. Under 7 minutes to go in the second period. 5-4, Buffalo leads, and they are just in the process of killing successfully another penalty. They are a man short, and they're taking all the offense, taking away the offensive punch.
With holding the ball in black, coming out. Right.
That's a good look at Tommy Carmine. So they're taking away the punch on the offense of Boston by totally deflating their power play. They've got 12 seconds left, maybe one more shot before they're all even. Blanchard brings it down. I don't know if he knows how much time's left. Blanchard, Carmine, Blanchard. This is Frazier. Oh, he can't find it. Cronin, I'm sorry, Frazier's not in there right now. That was Jake Cronin who missed it. Watch out, fast break. There comes Ciccone. Ciccone, O'Neal, Rowe. How easy does it get? This team from Buffalo absolutely confuses you. You're a man up. At that point, teams were even. What happened was Ciccone came on the field, and he was way behind everybody else. He comes off the bench. I think he came out of the penalty box, and there he is all by himself. Makes the fake right. Really no fake at all. Just rips that baby into the corner. 2-goal lead for Buffalo. They have scored 5 straight. 5 unanswered goals to give them that 2-goal lead. Stevens. Boston has to get themselves wrapped a little tighter here. They've lost all the momentum they had. Great start in the first quarter. Ciccone's been a big part of that no-name offense who has a lot of guys. They have 11 guys on the Buffalo team who can score at least 1 goal a game. Watch out in close, though. Cronin pushing the offense. They're going to lose it here on a shot clock violation. And Q, what about that Ciccone character? He's really playing a big part of their offense.
Dino, you got the foul that time. Instead of running on defense, a little cherry picking. Tell me what you did to Marty O'Neal as you had the ball there.
Well, I had lots of time. I wasn't rushing the shot. I saw some net. Just shot it hard, and I got a break, and it happened to find the net.
What's the book on O'Neal? Where you want to put it?
He's a great goalie. We just no really set spots to shoot. We're just trying to go in and like I say, pick the corners. Hopefully we can keep that up and take through the second half.
Dino Ciccone, that's why they scored 20 a game, Leaf. That's smart. He did not run back on defense. He goal hung, and they got the fast break.
They're so lethal when they're a man short. They love the transition. They've got great finishers. Canadian box players. They've got more of them than anybody in this league. It shows in the offensive end. You might notice Quinn Kesnick wearing the team colors of Buffalo, folks. Donnellan can't get it past the defense of Henry. Tommy Carmine, he's a spiritual leader of this team. So talented. Great feeder as they give it to Blanchard, who's a shooter. This is Donovan. Donovan and Blanchard work that left-hand side. Donovan usually doing the blocking work. Carmine just down to the board by Kilgore. Bad matchup size-wise there. And Buffalo, the offense. They lead by 2 now with 4 minutes left in the first half. Rich Kilgore. Now I can't get that shot off. Cochran just buries it into Blanchard. That was an offensive team on there. Boston likes to use a defensive set, their third line, but they burned up their offensive line, one of their offensive lines, on that defensive set. Peter Schmidt's the veteran. Working with Ryan in close. That was Fridge coming around to get a shot off. Watch out, Cronin. He's a great shooter. Can't get it past O'Toole, who just got his arm on it. They get a fresh 30-second clock. Schmidt's working from behind again. Cochran blocking him. Cronin can't pick it up as, again, the great defense. Ryan's nailed. Ryan's not a secret anymore. He had 4 goals last time. Watch out. Here comes Luke. Ciccone up front. Ciccone. Luke. So easy. They make it look so easy. They bury yet another one. That's 6 straight goals for Buffalo. They have a 3-goal lead with 3 minutes left. We'll be back for the final moments of the first half. To 4 right here. Buffalo leads, but don't miss this great action on ESPN2. We've got NHL Pittsburgh Penguins against the Boston Bruins Thursday, March 14th, 7:30. That'll be from the Fleet Center right here in Boston, Mass. The Penguins 3-0 against the Bruins this season. And I'll tell you what, on November 23rd on the Deuce, you saw Lemieux have a big night. Don't miss it Thursday nights. Right here, new blood for the Buffalo teams tells you how this team has rejuvenated itself. Adios, these 8 players on the left, and hello to all these players on the right who are doing a great job. O'Toole, you see in the goal. Dowling, you've seen score. Dodgers had a great game. And then those 4 rookies on the bottom have dramatically improved the numbers. As you look at Luke right here, one of the tremendously conditioned rookies that have added punch to the Buffalo team. Last year, I mentioned it earlier, this team after 6 games was 2-4. This is a team with great history of championships. Major Indoor Lacrosse League. And this year they've retooled. They've gone Les Bartley's way. And they are 6-0. Boston started this game by taking charge and not being behind until they built a 4-1 lead. They are 4-1 up. And from that point on, it's been 6 straight for Buffalo. The Dirt Devil. Dalton gets it up to Kilgore. Kilgore's got Cordingley. Kilgore takes a shot, and O'Neill finally gets something on it. O'Neill's had a lot of shots in his face. Cordingley back to the far side. They've got a fresh shot clock with time on the clock. Watch out, in close. It's Dowling who loves to go to the left-hand finish. O'Neill pulls it up, and Boston seems to be a little bit rattled, Christy Lee.
Frustrated would be a good word for it, Leaf. In that last huddle, Coach Ron Frazier said, guys, you got to take your head out of a certain piece of your anatomy. Quit blaming coaches, quit blaming the other guys on the benches, quit bitching, get out there and do your jobs and take responsibility. That's what he said.
Ron Frazier has a system, and it's a system that's worked beautifully for this team. Through the years he's coached it. Tom Fair brings the ball in. It's a delayed call against Boston, so now they'll find themselves down in a 5-on-4.
Too many men. Stay here. Stay here. Give me a number. No, one of these guys. Robo. 7.
Coach says, Dave Robinson, you take it, number 7. So Robo goes over to the box. Condon makes the call.
Too many men, 2 minutes.
Well, Buffalo was pretty deadly when they were a man short. Let's see how deadly they are again with a power play. They've got a 3-goal lead. They've taken over this game.
2 minutes, too many men on the field.
Tavares triggers up top. Cordingley's right there for the right-handed shooter. Oh, off the foot of Tavares. They've got a man up front. It's Tap. Can Tap pull it in? He's being chased from behind. Tap looking for. He can't pull it. Tap launched himself. It was great defense by Travis Kilgore, who's really gotten himself in great shape, number 22. He ran him down. Travis Kilgore didn't play much last year. He was a draft choice last year, but just was overweight. One of 3 Kilgore brothers, Darius, Rich, and Travis. Darius Kilgore not playing tonight because of some penalties that mounted up, and he had to sit out a game. Ryan, they're a man short now. It's 5 players for Boston. Donovan tries to shoot right-handed from that left-handed side, which just won't give you any angle. It's one of the mistakes a lot of the American players make. They're used to shooting on 36 square feet, 6x6 goal in the field. It's smaller here, and if you shoot with the right hand without your stick on the cylinder side, on the inside, you take away just too much angle. There's nothing to shoot at. Half winding down, 3-goal lead. Watch out, Tavares wants to make it 4 off the feet of O'Neill.
On a dot.
Condon wants it on the dot. Now they give it back to Tavares. They've got shot clock not a factor anymore as the time winds down the first half. They'd love to make it obviously a 4-goal lead. Second quarter, all Boston. I mean, all Buffalo, I should say. First quarter, all Boston. Stevens can't get the ground ball.
You've got an orange with holding going out.
It'll be Boston ball in the final 11 seconds.
Do you want a timeout?
And here they go. They have time for one more shot. There's the time in the first half. Carmine's got to hurry. Great check by Tavares, and that'll take away any chance for them to score. And they'll take that 3-goal lead off the strength of 6 straight goals. Boston did not score in the second quarter. And Buffalo racked up 6 straight.
Thank you. That's all right.
Carmine and company have to go back into that locker room and figure out how to get back into the first quarter kind of play. Tavares and his team doing it in workmanlike style, falling behind 4-1, and then coming back with 6 straight goals to get that 3-goal lead. Accordingly, one of the leading scorers is with Quint Kesnick right now.
Troy, a little shaky start there. You guys were down to 4-1. What was the key to turning it around?
Boston was taking it to us. They're beating us to all loose balls. So Les told us we got to concentrate on the loose balls and play a little better defense. And our defense produced some offensive goals. So that was a turnaround.
Yeah, it seemed like you picked up the adjacent defense. They're taking the ball behind the cage. You guys were just standing around initially.
Yeah, we were, and we got to force them because they got some great passers, great feeders. Guys are cutting hard to the net. They're a good ball team, and we got to pressure them as much as possible.
I heard you in the huddle talking about getting the ground balls, and in the second quarter, it seemed like you guys did that.
Yeah, we have to. I mean, that's the name of the game is getting those loose balls, because if you don't have the ball, you're not going to score goals, and we need the ball to put the ball in the net.
Thanks, Troy. Good luck in the second half. Buffalo on a serious run here, 6 goals in a row. We've got some time now, so let's swing it to our weekly feature, Rules and Tools, here from the Boston Fleet Center.
Fleet Center, where major indoor lacrosse league action is smacking you in the face. We're at halftime, where the Boston Blazers trail the Buffalo Bandits. Bandits 7 and Boston 4. That is not an unusual circumstance, because Buffalo is undefeated, 6-0 right now, Quint. And we started out this game, we talked about Boston being a nemesis for Buffalo. They came out of the gate in the first quarter really hot. Randy Frazier, one of our movers and shakers earlier, right down the middle. You can see him in the crease. He's going to get right into Pat O'Toole's face for his 15th goal of the season. But Quint, Buffalo is not to be outdone.
No, Teddy Dowling right here. This is shorthanded. Most teams, when they're shorthanded, they just look to kill the clock. Look at O'Toole on this outlet pass to Dowling, the dasher, one-on-one with O'Neill, his former goalie when he played for Boston last year, and that is money in the bank. The guy never misses the goal. Here's another fast break goal. That was after a penalty. This is Ciccone coming out of the box, did not go back on defense, one-on-one time and room, and he cans it. They can shoot, they're smart, and they take advantage of your mistakes, and right now they are all over this Boston team.
Boston Blazers are definitely frazzled, and they need to gear things up, especially offensively. They got to step up the loose balls. We're going to look at stats and stuff with Lee Belsmo as our Bud Light halftime report continues from the Fleet Center.
The Fleet Center for our Bud Light halftime report. Hi everyone, I'm Lee Belsmo, and it's been Buffalo from the first quarter on. Boston got a great start. They were up 4-1. Then 6 straight goals for the team from Buffalo, the undefeated team. Now they have a 3-goal lead. Might not be enough if Boston can regroup and come back, because look how Boston has dominated the numbers. Boston, more face-off, more loose balls, more shots on goal. The big difference, O'Toole in the goal for Buffalo, and the shot selection for Boston. They haven't had the fast breaks that Buffalo has. Boston 1 for 4 on the power play, but they gave up one, a shorthanded goal to Buffalo. Let's take a look at the shot chart to show you where these shots are coming from. The Buffalo Bandits, a lot of fast breaks, and that's been the story. They've got 13 shots in front, 6 goals, but a lot of those fast break with no defense in front to help Marty O'Neill. Now the team from Boston, they've got 4 goals in close. That happened early on when they were getting the ball into that red area, the red zone, where there are 7 shots, 3 goals. That's where they're very effective, and that's where they scored in the first quarter. But since then, they haven't been able to feed and penetrate that area to get the shots on O'Toole. The Buffalo defense has really stepped up and played tougher in the second quarter. So me and my voice will be back for the second half in just a minute. Are all set for the second half, where their team from Boston has to play like they did in the first quarter, not the second quarter. They were leading 4-1 in the first. They didn't score in the second quarter. They're down by 3 right now. Let's go down to Christy Lee with Coach Ron Frazier.
Okay, Coach, give us your inspirational speech that you gave them at halftime.
Well, quite frankly, we just talked about heart and getting it done. Right, that first half, we kind of fell asleep in the second quarter, and so we talked a lot about getting our game back in into us, and hustling and playing hard and doing those kinds of things.
It looks like all the numbers are there, just not the goals.
Yeah, well, defensively we fell asleep a little bit. We started face guard, and offensively we got off what we do well. And so hopefully this half we've inspired them to do that again.
Sparked him with that special energy.
Yeah, we hope. I was concerned about the energy level in the beginning of the game, but I think we've recaptured it here, and hopefully it'll pay dividends.
There you go, Leaf. Hopefully they've done that.
Well, Christy Lee, one thing they're going to have to do is stop the fast break, because that's really the difference in the first half. O'Toole has played tough. We thought that he might. And Boston, not the greatest finishing team in the league, as you look at O'Neal. But the thing that this team has to do is stop the fast breaks for Buffalo, because they are the best finishing team in the league. So you cannot give them the fast break on this man O'Neal. They're going to be short-handed now. O'Neal talked to his man down defense. It'll be 5-on-4 as Robinson goes into the box, and O'Neal, a lot of pressure on him. He's coming down from Canada, faces a lot of these guys in the Senior A League up there in Canada in the summer. Tavares, Dowling all the way over to Cordingley, who couldn't pick it up. Look at that checking close by Kilgore. Francis a little bit cavalier, he might lose it. Stevens, fast break up top to Tap, but he can't get it to him. So Tap goes off, fresh legs come on. First one being Ryan. Stevens now trying to use as much of the clock as possible. He'll take the shot if he can get through the defense. Tries to work the give and go as the shot clock goes down to 17. Look at the double team on Carmine. He sneaks through. 3 players coming. They can't get it back. Watch out, Dowling. Here he comes. Ryan goes back. Cochran far side. Dowling can't beat O'Neal. Tavares gets rocked in against the boards. Stevens. It's a power play for Buffalo, and right now Boston doing a great job of killing a lot of it. A minute left in that penalty. Watch out, same place they lost it last time, down. Randy Frazier. Real clean ground ball and very important. He'll take 2 players on if he thinks he has a shot. Clock down to 10. He asks Donovan to cut to him. It's why he waved. Now he's double teamed by Fair and Cochran. They'll lose it on the shot clock. O'Toole's got it. Frazier tries to get off as they bounce it up to Veltman. Frazier runs off as fast as he can. Now the legs come on. It's still 5-on-4. Power play unit has to get back on. 29 seconds left. This will be their last shot. Too many on for Boston. They're going to be penalized again. And O'Neal makes 2 saves on 1 shot.
Too many men on the green.
So they'll be down again for 2 minutes after they killed the first penalty. Boston digging a hole for themselves. Lead for Buffalo. Boston regrouping in the halftime. You see only 3 minutes gone, not even that, 2 minutes and change. And they've been a man short the whole third quarter. They're down by 3. They've had 2 straight penalties. Now Talmo is in with Robinson for 19 seconds. It'll be 5-on-3. John Tavares on pace to score 50 goals this season, breaking Paul Gates' number, on pace to shatter the record for season points with 87. Where is he tonight? He's over, folks. No goals, no assists for John Tavares so far tonight. And we've got a long way to go. But Tavares has never gone without a point in any game of his major indoor lacrosse league career. He has never gone without a point so far tonight. Boston has held him scoreless. That's not their concern right now, though. They know how to solve Tavares. At least they think they do. They've got to get some goals. And right now, they have just staved off another power play. They were 5-on-3, Buffalo was. Boston has played the whole third quarter a man short. Now it's just Talbot in the box. Robinson, no. This is, yeah, it is Robinson who tries to get in close.
Shot clock violation.
See Robinson just hustling off. You actually have a better view of the game than I do at home, folks, because I'm 6 stories up at the Fleet Center. Wake up, they haven't scored in 11 minutes, 20 seconds. Boston needing goals big time, but right now they just need to get this power play killed. They need to stop Buffalo. Fast break to Stevens if they can get it. He's got it. He's looking for it. Can't find rope on O'Toole. Ryan came in and tried to help out Stevens, who's a defensive specialist. O'Toole is limping a little bit. Look at that. A little bit of contact. We'll have to check on his status.
Let's hear for the defense.
36 on the power play. They've been up the whole third quarter, but they haven't scored yet. That's an easy one. How fast can that man shoot? Dowling gets that shot off faster than anybody in the league. 8-4. 4-goal lead for Buffalo. So far this quarter, Marty O'Neal can't be faulted. They have been a power play the whole time. Watch how fast he'll shoot this. Great shot. Watch Dowling. Takes it, redirects as fast as he gets it. That was the perfect angle to show you how this man can finish. Hat trick already. Nobody finishes from the left side down low better than Ted Dowling. Played for Boston last year. And now is off to Buffalo. Tavares credited with an assist, so he's got a point this game.
Travis, good cut. Good cut.
Buffalo has had the ball the whole third quarter. Of course, they've been up most of this time. Shot right in the face of O'Neal again. Donovan. Robinson, watch out. Goes against Luke. Watch Luke come back. Luke with a follow-up. And a great job by Robinson to get the shot off at all. In the crease call. What a play by Robinson to get that shot off when Luke just ran him down from behind. Luke missed him initially, but had tremendous speed to catch up to him. Look at that 4-goal lead. 7 unanswered goals. Tavares hungry for one. Going against Rodney Tapp, the defensive specialist. Uh-oh. Whoa, O'Neal with a big save. Oh, right in his face was Fennell. Steve Fennell came right down the crease. Nobody picked him up. Where's the offense for Boston, folks? Cronin over to the veteran Peter Schmitz. Ryan, who's been shut out so far. He had 4 goals in the first matchup. Fridge, we haven't heard from him. He couldn't pick that one up, and now here comes Tavares. Tavares and Veltman. He'll give it to Veltman. And he couldn't even pick it up. Veltman flies in from British Columbia, Victoria, to play in these games. One of the only West Coast players that the team from Buffalo has on the roster, but it's tough for him to even get to practices. He's such a tremendous talent. They don't mind him not making practices. Fridge, haven't heard much from him today. Blanchard really the better outside shooter. And down low, you better leave Fridge down there where he is right now. There's Fridge now. Behind the back, takes it high, as you can see. Not much of a great shot. Blanchard checking Hall, who you see is back on the field, and that's a big plus. There, number 17, folks. See him? He was the guy who didn't make it in the first half. And Hall had a trip in from Baltimore. Maybe Quint can get a shot with him. Quint, what's that Hall boy doing flying all over the country?
Brian, tell us about your travels today. You flew to Baltimore?
I got rerouted into Baltimore, and apparently the weather here is quite bad. The airport's backed up. Couldn't find my luggage. It was a horror show.
So you're going to be the only guy out here in the second half with fresh legs.
I may stay out there the whole half, yeah.
Brian Hall, captain, 5 goals, 10 assists on the season. Leadership, and you know, the guy showed a lot of effort actually to make it.
A lot of extra hustle just to get to the game, no question about it. Hall's been here a long time, and when things get tough, you look to your captain like a Brian Hall. Buffalo regrouped in the second quarter. They just took over the game. They're down by 3, and they have just controlled everything. Boston not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. They just have to find some offense. They really haven't had much of an offensive flow at all. And O'Toole has looked so strong. It'll be Boston ball when we come back. 4-goal lead for Buffalo. We're halfway through the third quarter. Just left in this third period. 4-goal lead for Buffalo. They've just taken over. First quarter belonged to Boston, 4-1. Since then, this team owns it. O'Neal with the big elbow block. And they get it back to him, constantly looking for the fast break, but they don't get it. Buffalo drops back beautifully. Fennell is back. Luke, they've got such wonderful athletes filling in. We had that graphic that showed you the new players, 8 players replaced. And I bet you they picked up an average age. They lost an average age of probably 32, 30. And they got an average age of about 23. Christy Lee, you got Rodney Tapp for us this time?
Yeah, we're going to finish our thought about John Tavares, because Rodney, he's not done anything tonight, really. You've really done a great job of shutting him down.
Yeah, well, the offense has not turned the ball over too much, so he's not getting a lot of transition. That's the key to his game. 5-on-5, he likes to use other people.
What about Ted Dowling? You have the pleasure of shadowing him some, too.
Yeah, he's an off-ball guy. He'll wait for you to look away and go. You just got to really be on your toes with him.
All right, a big goal for Randy Frazier. This team really needed that boost. Leaf?
Frazier gets a hat trick. Finally, they unlocked that door that O'Toole put up. Watch this. O'Toole make 2 or 3 saves. This is like the 3rd save that O'Toole made that came out to Frazier, and things were a little unsettled. He took his time and got a good hard shot that found rope. Randy Frazier, hat trick. What a night he's having. He's been a really efficient shooter tonight, and that was a great example of it. They had 2 shots on O'Toole. He made both saves. The ball trickled out, and then it was Frazier picking it up, setting his feet, and just blasting that one.
So the ball never changed possession and you reset? The ball never changed possession and you reset?
I did not see, I saw a loose ball. I did not see you signal it. All right, clock went down to 0.
Yeah.
Okay, Blazers picked the ball up. I reset it.
From whose ball?
It was Blazers ball when they were going down.
Blazers ball and went down to 0?
Roy Condon will work this out with a timer, and when we come back, it'll be a 3-goal lead, we think, for Buffalo.
Good luck. Actually, we got
0. All right, it was at 0 when he reset the thing. The ball never changed possession. It was Blazers ball from the beginning. The clock went all the way down to 0. I'm going to take the goal away. Hey, Coach, I know you don't like it. It's the best I can do. It's a 30-second clock violation. It'll be the goalie's ball. No goal.
Well, Randy Frazier gets a goal taken off. Forget the hat trick. He's got 2 now. And as I mentioned, we thought it was an 8-5 game, and because there was that controversy, they took one off, so it wasn't. It's an 8-4 game. It goes back. Boston still has not scored since the first quarter. Let's see how they react to that one. What happened was the time had run all the way down to 0, and the timer didn't sound the horn or whatever, but there was no time left on that possession. Shot clock had expired, and the horn just didn't blow. So real tough break. They think they get back to 8-5, and Ron Frazier's over there. He gets the referee walking over saying, we're taking the goal back. And you might have heard him say, don't shoot the messenger to the coach. Ball comes down, O'Neal picks it up. But now look at the ramifications of that. Randy Frazier has 2 goals, and Randy Frazier has had 2 goals taken off the board. So one was an in the crease violation, one was taken off by a technicality. It could have been 8-6. I'm sure that'll be talked about no matter what happens in this game the rest of the way. 5:21 left in the third period. 4-goal lead still. The undefeated Buffalo Bandits. Ciccone really working over Carmine. Carmine looking for a pick and roll from Fridge. Haven't heard from Fridge. Got to get some goals from him if they're going to win. Carmine rockets that one right into the belly. Veltman is such a big part of this team for Buffalo. Quick's got him.
Jimmy, you're doing it on both ends of the floor tonight. Talk to me about the defensive intensity since the first quarter. You've shut them out now for almost 2 quarters.
Yeah, well, now that we got the lead, we've got to take care of our own end first. We take care of our own end first, and we'll be all right this game.
That's what it comes down to. Their offense, their transition game starts on the defensive end, Leaf.
And it starts with that man, Jim Veltman, the Dirt Devil. He does all the dirty work, I'll tell you that. He's the ground ball king of that team. Ryan trying to make an impact. Inside, trying to find his teammate, Donovan. Well, if Boston's going to win, they've got to get some goals out of Fridge. They've got to get some goals out of Ryan. And it's just that simple. Robinson. What a great check by Tavares. Followed up by Randy Frazier. He's had 2 taken away. Let's see how he comes back. Peter Schmitz. Rolls back to the right hand. Can't keep it. Ryan. He's got rope. Ryan brings them back to 8-5. This is how Boston reacts to having 1 taken away. They score again. 3-goal lead for Buffalo. Rodney Tapp and Tom Fair facing off. Tapp in the green and white from Boston, who's controlled most of the critical areas. Well, I had just talked about the importance of Tom Ryan scoring. Watch Tamo, though. Tamo comes in. And Tom Ryan just got a goal to bring him back to within 3. Christy Lee's got him on the sideline.
Well, Tom's a little bit interested in watching his teammate, Paul Tamo. He's got to go out on the field. But that was a big, huge boost for this team because you saw how deflated they got when they took that goal away from Randy Frazier. So this has definitely helped pick up the morale, so to speak, on a team that needed any boost they could get at this point.
And they're getting great possessions, Christy, off the face-offs. They've got good ground ball numbers. We saw that throughout this whole game, the halftime numbers. If you look at those critical areas, face-offs, ground balls, shots, and just covered up the goals, you would think Boston would be in the lead. Well, they're not, and primarily because of two things: the goaltending of O'Toole and the fast breaks for Buffalo. That was Fridge, number 32, as we start a power play. This power play has not been effective. We knew they'd had more chances than Buffalo, but they got to can the thing. They've got to make this have an impact on the goals. Fridge has been setting himself real deep. Let's see what happens this time. Blanchard came around from the backside against Hall. They've got to get the ground ball. They don't do it. Here comes O'Toole looking for the fast break. He'll go to Veltman on the far side. There he is now, 32. Coming out is Cordingley. He'll pick it up. This team is so dangerous, even a man short. Robinson riding Cordingley. Ted Dowling, they've got all the finishers out there. Tavares is out there. Those four guys, along with Richie Kilgore, all shooters. They really work that bench beautifully. Watch out, they'll be in trouble now if they have to play defense. Here comes Tap. They've got to run him down. Tavares has to play two players. Tap just pulled up. He didn't run the fast break. He would have had a break. It was Tavares covering two players, but Tap was a little too spent. He came off to the bench, and the offense comes back on. So they pass up the fast break to get the five shooters back out. Frazier and Carmine working it back and forth. Frazier feeling pretty good about a shot, and he should. He's had a great night. He put four in the net. Two came back out. Veltman. He's got Tavares to his right. And he's got Cordingley on that side. Iron puts it back in the face of Buffalo. Watch out. Cordingley cannot pull it down. Stevens might. Covered up by Buffalo.
Guys, relax, relax. We're going out. Everybody, let's go. We got Green going out with holding. With holding, we got Green going out.
Cordingley was a little bit tired, so he just covered that ball up with his legs. Watch the Iron pick this one right back. Bingo, right off the old orange. O'Neill cut the angle beautifully. And that one came back. So they cut down that fast break, but this team is a fast-breaking textbook. They lead by 3.
See what he just sneaked it on this shooter?
So O'Neill making a bad decision there. He doesn't make a lot of them. This guy's a great leader, O'Neill is. But he'd like to have that one back. When you leave the goal to go out and try to get that ball, you've got to get the ball or the man. You've got to take him down, because if you don't, that's what happens. Easy slam dunk. So Boston misses a chance on a power play and gives up another goal just moments after. Here comes Buffalo. They want to get the fast break going. So Coney can't pick it up. Robinson. O'Toole, another nice save. O'Toole has really added consistency to this Buffalo team in the defensive end of the field. If you remember, if you've watched this last couple of years, they did a two-goalie system. They would use Cowie, who's still on the team, and Geary. And it seems like one guy would never have a great day. They would start one, put the other one in, and back and forth. Well, now they've got O'Toole, and he's doing a great job. They've got a 4-goal lead. We'll be back in just a moment.
There's times when people might think that I'm dirty on the field, but I'm just trying my hardest to win, and whatever it takes to win, I'm going to try to do. And that's all Marty was doing too, and if he can knock me off his game, then so be it. I mean, he did a good job the one game. He came out and hit me, and I don't think I did anything after that. So, I mean, he's done a good job, and he's a good goaltender.
Well, O'Neill certainly is a controversial part of each game he plays. And look at this, he comes way out of the goal. He doesn't get the player or the ball. Open net, slam dunk for a Hall, and that is a huge goal. It gives them a 4-goal lead. Now it's 9-5 as Brian Hall gets that goal from Hasten. When you come out and make that gamble, no secret, you've got to get at least the man, if not the ball. Keep the ball on the ground, but he didn't get either. Hasten feeds Hall the 4-goal lead.
Green ball, green ball.
We're getting ready here. We are starting the 4th quarter. We'll have to see how this team reacts to a lot of controversy. They've not made some smart plays since the first quarter. They have had no offense since the first quarter. And they've had 2 goals taken away since the first quarter. They've had power plays that have been totally ineffective. Buffalo has really just given them problems in most areas of the field. Veltman. Backdoor. Tavares. He's got rope. Johnny T is starting to get limbered up. He's got 1 assist in the 3rd quarter. Didn't have anything in the first half, but now he's 1-1. Watch Veltman to Tavares. These two have worked so well together. He draws the defense. One fake, far side, beats O'Neill into the corner. Businesslike for Tavares, the leader of this team. 30 goals coming in. That'll be his 31st of the season. And now a 5-goal lead for Buffalo. I'll tell you what, the numbers are not that bad. Defense for Boston playing pretty well. This is a team that averages 19 goals a game. They only have 10. Which means Boston could conceivably hold to around that 13-goal mark, but they've got to score themselves. That's been the problem. They don't have any offense to show against Buffalo's defense. And O'Toole has been sensational. Jed Cronin, he's a good shooter. And he's got the corner. For Jed Cronin. Just came right across the face. Watch when he gets a little bit of space here. He's right in front, gets the full 18 square feet, and then just finds that corner. O'Toole might have even gotten a piece of it, but it finds rope. Now they're back to within 4 again. That's when you feel like you're in the game. 5, you feel like the other team's got control. Watch out. But 4, you feel like you're in a good fighting position. Jed Cronin's the star of the moment. Christy Lee's got him.
Jed, it's about time we got some offense going here. That was a great goal.
Yeah, that's for sure. We haven't been doing too well with our shot selections. He's dropping to his knees pretty quick, but we still seem to be shooting it low. So keep the ball high. Hopefully it'll be going in.
Well, it worked it high, and you worked it high, and it worked well for you. Great goal for Jed.
O'Neill brushes that one aside. 13 minutes left. Here comes Rodney Tapp. Clearing on the side away from the benches, as most teams in this league will do. Get yourself in trouble if you try to clear it where all the substitutions happen. It can be quite painful. Carmine, he's got room, and he's got room! Watch Carmine sense. He's got a little space. He'll go right-handed, then he'll duck in left-handed in the cylinder, right behind the defensive pick, or the pick of his other teammate working that left side. Beautiful job for Carmine to get the second goal. This guy knows how to do it. Back to within 3, and this may add a lot of life to the Boston team.
Oh, come on! What the hell? Why did we lose the ball? You
Beltman can't get the shot off.
No way he's going out. Stay there.
Here comes Boston, 12 minutes left, plenty of time. 3 goals down. They got something cooking now. 2 straight goals for them. First time that's happened in a long time. Since the first quarter where they had 3 in a row. Frazier, Blanchard, Carmine. Carmine got his second goal of the game just moments ago. Here comes Cronin. He's got the hot hand too. Little right-handed bounce shot. He talked to Christy Lee about going high, yet Cronin just took a bounce shot right into the stick of the great defender O'Toole. Watch out. Tavares and Cordingley, 2 of the best. Cordingley on the far side. He can't pick it up. Tavares waited to the last minute. Ryan played great defense. Ryan just tracked him. Cordingley stays on. Tavares goes off. Watch the shot inside, or the pass to Luke. Fresh line now. Shot clock down to 8. Cochran, shot clock down to 4. Ciccone with just a token shot to get the shot clock reset. We're 11.5 minutes left in this game. 3 goals down for Boston, but they've scored the last 2. Here they come. Tommy Carmine wheeling inside, takes the shot and off the iron. That one came back out. He had O'Toole beat. Lucas way up front asking for the ball. Backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation of Blazer ball.
And Frazier holding his breath, just kind of waiting for this team to crank it up one more notch. This team made an incredible run. Here we see Frazier again get this team fired. Last week against New York. Les Bartley started talking about his career. He had a tremendous start as the assistant coach with Buffalo. And took over in the first year. Took him on to a championship. O'Toole looking a little bit concerned. So a penalty on Boston. It'll be a man advantage for Buffalo. This could be trouble. Inside, easy shot in the crease, though, for Cordingley. So Frazier's in the box. Tap now, bringing it up. Uh-oh, watch out. Cordingley, what a tremendous play from him. Tavares can't get it cleanly. Boy, these teams are really showing the effect of a lot of hit. You've got to clear that ball in 10 seconds. So 10 seconds, even when you're a man short, you've got to clear it past the midline in 10 seconds. I don't think you can hold this power play down all day. I'm looking just for the numbers of a goal here. Oh, look at that. Came right out of a stick. Rolled out the top, but watch out. Here's a finisher. And Kilgore just pulled that thing tight. It looked like his stick was whipping on him. So Buffalo has some great opportunities, just can't get the shot. Here's Donovan. He's got one-on-one, but looking to take time off. Oh, the finisher. Stevens, defensive specialist from Donovan. That one hurts. Here comes Boston. They score a man short, and they're back to within 2. Donovan, Stevens, rope. Our job, they were a man short, and it was 2 defensive specialists. Donovan, who plays the full court, great ground ball guy, giving it to Stevens, who brings the team back to a 10-8 game. Boston has had a lot of adversity this game. They've had 2 goals taken off the board. Frazier had one where he stepped in the crease, and then another one on a shot clock violation that was not sounded by the horn. They took it right off the board. You add those 2, it's a tie game. But Boston definitely has the momentum right now. Carmine pushing in close, tries to slam dunk. Push on Saccone, and they'll get another shot. Carmine did a nice job. 2 players in front of him, Fennell and Saccone, and he just drove them both in. Carmine's not a big guy. Lance Stevens doesn't score a whole lot. That was a big goal for the young guy.
That's right, and he did it on a man-down situation. You and Donovan working well together.
Yeah, the 4th quarter we have to push the ball in order to win this game. We can't lay back. We got to rush the net. And they're getting a little tired, and that's what we're going to take advantage of.
Reminiscent of last week in New York when you came back?
Exactly, right. Once we get the motivation on our side, momentum carries us. So we want a big W out of this one.
All right, there you have it. Glenn Stevens, a great defensive specialist. His 4th goal of the season.
We'll have to see if they really...
Get out of there. 7 and 4, and what's the original penalty? 7 and 4 roughing, what's the original penalty? All right, no. See you later. He's got 2. What's the original? All right, and then it's a double.
Robinson goes back in the box. He's been there a long time. He may get ejected. This is Donovan going against Fair. Donovan 1-on-1. And it's 2 on Boston, actually, Robinson and Frazier. All right, we got the penalties situated. Buffalo, that 2-goal lead, and let me just remind you what we've got. We've got Frazier in the box for only 14 more seconds. He'll come out for Boston. Right now, Boston is a man short. Oh, now they're 4-on-4. Frazier's penalty will be up in a moment. And then Robinson is in the box with Kilgore for 2 minutes each. Frazier comes back on the field. Carmine, Blanchard, we haven't heard much from him. Carmine rockets this one. Ball loose in front, dangerous territory. They've got to get it though. Ryan, back door. The Fridge can't finish. He's taking too much time. Fridge using too many fakes. You notice how Dowling gets rid of it fast? Fridge taking too much time on the backside, not getting the big goal for Boston. That was a huge opportunity. Ryan did the right thing. He gave it to Fridge backside. Nobody could play defense on him. But by the time Fridge got the shot off, O'Toole was in position. Rodney Tapp looks to the far side, gives it to Blanchard. Blanchard has Carmine up front, but elects to just slow it down. Now it's going to be a 5-on-4, another power play chance for Boston. They're only down by 2. They need this one if they want to come back. They've got plenty of time left, but here's a great opportunity. Blanchard as Carmine does a pick and roll for Frazier. Back to Carmine. He'll lock it, load it. Back to Frazier, who is sitting up for the fast break from Buffalo. Ryan can't finish. In the crease, here comes Buffalo. Another great chance and just turned away by the defense of Buffalo. What a nice job by O'Toole. This guy has been sensational. The defense around him giving him all the help he needs, making it very tough for Buffalo, or for Boston that is, to get any kind of offense. Now, Buffalo's a man short. Plenty of time left, but this is a critical time. They're going to lose their chance for a power play goal. This is a 2-goal game, folks, and don't forget, 2 goals came back out from Frazier, and they had 1 because of O'Neal coming out. Quinn Kesnick is on the sideline.
Teddy Dowling, you played for Boston last year. Tell me about the heart of this team, your opponent.
Well, on good nights, it's Marty O'Neal. When he plays on top of his game like he is this evening, except for the second quarter, he leads this team and dominates. Other than that, they just got intensity that they bring to all the games. That's what does it for them.
Talk to me about their fourth quarter comebacks. They're in great shape.
That's it. They're in great shape, and they just outleg the other teams. We're right now, we missed our practice on Tuesday, snowstorm, so it's really starting to kick in right now.
You can definitely see that down here, Leaf. These players seem to be a little winded for about the last 8 or so minutes. They're hurt. They're sucking wind.
Well, Quinn, if Boston comes back, you might get the MVP, because I think you just took out 1 whole run out of Ted Dowling. He got winded just talking to you. 6.5 minutes left. Quinn Kesnick getting the full brunt of the fatigue factor on the Buffalo side. This team is in better shape, but nobody's in better shape, I think, than the Boston squad. Oh! Carmine! No goal. Do you believe it? This is the 3rd goal they've had taken away. Schmitz cannot believe it. If you add up all those takeaways, folks, they've had 3 goals taken off the boards. And they had 1 by O'Neal, who came out with a real bonehead play. He doesn't do that too often. That's 4 goals that could be the difference. Game still 10-8. Scoreboard doesn't want to put it back. Tavares. They've got to get resettled. Boston doesn't have time to talk about that last play, because here comes Tavares and company. This is their #1 line, their black line. Rocket! And Doddridge nails it from up top. Boston has had 3 goals taken out. O'Neal gets burned by Doddridge on top. Doddridge, a great shooter who doesn't get a whole lot of opportunities on that line. He just sided that baby up and gets about a 95-mile-an-hour shot behind it. Doddridge, who used to spend way too much time in the penalty box when he was with Detroit, has refocused himself on his offensive skills. He was a tremendous junior A player, a great scorer, but never really made an impact in this league. A chance to talk to Roy Condon on the field as the play goes up to Buffalo's end. Roy, we don't really understand why that last goal came out. If you can hear me, kind of give us the play on that. Why did that last goal not count?
An illegal pick down in the corner that sprung the shooter. Called an illegal pick or a moving pick down there in the far corner.
Thank you very much, Roy Condon. That's what happened, folks. Illegal pick before the shot. And it took it away. Game now a 3-goal lead for Buffalo. And that was really the critical point. That goal came out, and then Doddridge scored. 2-goal swing.
A reminder, the Blazers are back in action on Saturday, March 23rd, 2 weeks from tonight.
There'll be too many men on Buffalo, and Boston will have another power play, but they have not done the damage here. Ron Frazier knows that. I think he's going to call timeout. Maybe no, he does not. Here goes Charlie Blanchard and company. They've got to make this one stick. This has been an ineffective power play against a very tough defense for Buffalo, led by O'Toole. Fennell's out there. Fair's out there. Beltman, Cochran. In the middle, and the rope in the corner is bent. Back to within big two. Randy Frazier having a career night in a big game. 4.5 minutes left. Frazier gets it up front. Watch this. He wheels around and connects. 2-goal game with 4.5 left.
True story. You are so special. That chariot thing you did and the water stuff. I love you, man.
You're not getting my Bud Light. Frankly, son, you frighten me.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
And it's more like, I love you, man. See?
Now goals. Now it's one. Carmine brings it back to an 11-10 game. We talk about this team's physical ability to come back strong in the fourth. They outrun everybody. They've got great conditioning. A little juke move there, and possibly a little bit slow reaction by Hall, who had to make that big trip. And Carmine just rips the corner. Watch the little juke move. Little fake inside, sets him. Now he's got space, and he just finds the corner on O'Toole, who also may be tiring. Maybe Quinn can get a good look at O'Toole when he's on the sideline to see if he looks goalie to goalie like he might be tiring. He's had a full day. Carmine on his bench, really a leader.
You take him if you're out there, okay? It's gotta be on Carmine. I don't care. We have to slide it. The other guy from the crease up to double the damn guy. Got to make sure that we've got Carmine. He's rolling across that way. Okay? Let's go. Pick it up. Let's go, boys. Come on.
Stay defensively. Let's go.
First of all, let's go win, baby.
Well, Tommy Carmine has become a marked man. Carmine has 3 goals in the day. One of the greatest players ever to come out of the University of Massachusetts. UMass has got a great basketball team, but look at this guy. He's showing you that tremendous athletes play on the lacrosse field too, and he's one of UMass's best All-American players. 1 goal game. Face-off becomes critical, and Fair comes up with a huge face-off. Buffalo showing why they are the team to beat. Carmine's been the leader. Christy Lee's got him on the sideline.
Tommy, I'm going to tell you a little secret in that last huddle. The Buffalo Bandits are going to key on you the rest of the game.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. As long as they still get shots in the middle.
You know, we're talking about conditioning a little bit. This team seems a little bit tired. You guys are a lot tougher down the stretch.
Hopefully, we're counting on being in better shape.
All right, you heard it. Tom Carmine is going to go out there and face the Bandits.
Illegal pick calling Buffalo. Here goes one of the final possessions for Boston. They need to tie it up. They need a goal. Robinson looking for the pick and roll with Randy Frazier. Here he comes inside. That'll be a moving pick. Frazier came in with a moving pick on Hall. That takes away their opportunity. Carmine riding Tavares. They get it to Veltman. Veltman's got such a great wingspan. Very hard to get the ball from him. Watch Cordingley. Donovan, he can't get it cleanly either, but Tapp does. Tapp looks for O'Neal to help, and O'Neal comes out of the goal, finds an open spot, and here they go again. Buffalo killed about 30 seconds of opportunity. Schmitz brings his line on. It's Ryan down low with Schmitz. Looks for a feed into Cronin. Up top of Schmitz, he wants it. He's got it! Schmitz got up top, he begged for the ball, and when he got it, he just rips it past O'Toole. This veteran really is a great leader. Last year it was an overtime win at the Boston Garden. 3 out of the last 4 times they've met, Boston has won. They've had a snake-bitten day. Can they get the final goal in regulation? It's a tie game. Check, ball loose. Here goes O'Toole. He's out of the net. Here goes Dutton. Fast break to Fair. Can't pull it down. Fair went down below the knees, and to me, that's a penalty. Now, Fair's looking for a call, but from my perspective, that's got to be against Fair because he went below the knees with a check. But he was hurt by the block.
He's got to come out, right?
Fair wants the call in his favor. But let me see if it looked the way it did the first time. It'll go all the way over to Fair on the fast break. Now watch Fair go down low. He goes down low below the knees, and that is a penalty in this league. You cannot go down that low, take out a guy below the knees. It hurt him. He was looking for a call. One more chance. A minute left. This would be a Cinderella ending to a tremendous game for Boston. One more would put him in the lead. Oh, O'Toole with a face block. He's getting a little tired. Blanchard now, the great gun. We haven't heard much from him. In close. This is time for Dick Vitale to get juiced because this is tremendous. In close, the guy we talked about being one of the best movers and shakers on the team, Donovan, comes up with a huge goal. He doesn't have a lot this year. That's his 6th goal of the year. But when he scores, they're big impact scores.
Timeout, Orange! Right there, timeout,
Buffalo
Orange!
has gotten the biggest face-offs of the game. They've gotten the last several, giving him key possessions. They got this face-off. They call a timeout. Les Bartley will set up the final shot. 38 seconds left, but this is the one. Donovan puts him ahead by 1. Game of the Week on ESPN2 has been brought to you by Bud Light, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games. Make it a Bud Light. By Bryan Lacrosse Equipment, the first name in lacrosse equipment and apparel. It's trite, folks, but it doesn't get any better than this. The net is empty. It's 6 on 5. It's the best offense in the league against the best defense in the league for one more shot to tie it up. Tavares triggers up top. In close, and O'Neal makes the big save. They'll get another chance. Accordingly, reloads. Looks for the back door. He's got it. Tavares, and he can't beat O'Neal either. Can they get the loose ball? Beltman, Kilgore, accordingly. Tavares, he ties. O'Neal makes the first 2 saves, and finally the 6 on 5 works. Boston just could not clear the ball. Tavares with a huge goal to give it a 12-12. Look, here's Kilgore into accordingly. Now watch him give it back to Tavares cutting. Right down the center. And it just sets up O'Neal for the corner shot. One more time. Watch him go for the corner. Nobody picks him up coming down the cylinder. Take away the cylinder, but Francis was too slow. Buffalo has done a great job on the face-offs late in the game. Timeout by Boston with only 6 seconds left. This one may be going OT, baby. Rich Kilgore right there, number 16. Beautiful feed into Tavares. This team is really giving it their all.
Well, I'd rather get the face, okay? So that's what I got going. Here we go.
Let's go! Who's out? Who's out of the face?
Ball's out. Damn. Could get our hands on that one ball hanging up there.
Ron Frazier talking about a what if. That ball was dancing around. If they just clear the one ball, don't forget there was no goalie. All they had to do was bat it down. Fair, who's been doing a more than fair job, a sensational job, and there he goes again. A shot against O'Neal with no time left. Overtime. Here we go. We'll take a short break and come back. It's all tied at 12. The best defense against the best offense. Buffalo trying to stay undefeated.
Bring it on!
The AT-8. Buffalo has won all the critical face-offs late in the game. Boston has dominated throughout the day, but when it really came to where they had to get the face-off, Fair did a tremendous job. He is one of the new acquisitions. This is for the go-ahead goal in overtime. Tavares with that powerful offense. Kilgore gives him a set. Tavares tied the game, and he wins the game. Hard to believe. Great job by both teams. But it's Johnny Tavares, the player who is leading all the offensive categories, who ties it with 6 seconds. And about 30 seconds later into the overtime, he wins it. Watch Tavares use the pick. He comes in, the great pick set by Rich Kilgore, sets him free, and Stevens doesn't get there fast enough. The reaction from the team, they love it.
Both teams right downstairs from the Fleet Center in the Sports Gallery.
Johnny Tavares stepped up. No points in the first half, but he stepped up when he had to. Watch how he gets the pick. The great pick by Rich Kilgore. Push there on Francis. Stevens can't get there fast enough, and way out front. That had to have tremendous accuracy to beat O'Neal from that far away. Tavares showing why this team has the tools to stay undefeated. You're looking at two playoff teams. And right now, our Bud Light player of the game is with Quint Kessenich as he gets set to go. He's down on the field with Johnny Tavares.
John, the overtime game winner, your third goal of the game. Tell me about that last play.
Well, we were moving around. The guys moving well. And 30-second clock was going down. I didn't want to force a shot, and I didn't want to force it, so I just took a shot. And you know, we're in good position to get back, and luckily it went in. I think I caught Marty off guard there. I was going low all game, and I finally went high, and I beat him. I think I surprised him.
What about the game-tying goal? You guys worked it around. You pulled your goalie. You really got the ground balls, and you made that shot also. Tell me about that one.
Well, we had 38 seconds, and the key was we got 3 good opportunities off it. And like you said, we got the ground ball twice, and we got 3 opportunities. We capitalized on the last one. We got the shooting ability we have on this team. If we get 3 good chances, we're bound to score one of them. That's what happened.
Great game, John. Leaf, this was by far the best game we've seen all year. Buffalo remains undefeated, pulls out the 13-12 overtime victory.
And Quint, Boston will be talking about what could have happened. 3 goals came out of the goal. O'Neal made a bonehead play that he doesn't normally do. He had a great game tonight. Buffalo wins by 1. Next week, the Rochester Nighthawks take on the same Buffalo Bandits as they try to remain undefeated March 18th at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Buffalo does it again, winning in overtime. Next, finish line.